This tutorial provides a tour of the CameraRC Deluxe camera control panel. The camera control panel is the main starting point for all CameraRC Deluxe operations. On the camera control panel are the program menus. Notice that on a Mac computer the menus appear on the Mac menu bar and not on the program window. From the File menu, I can do typical file operations like saving images. The Save and Load settings let you save the camera settings and restore them, while the Configure Send To is used to set the programs to which the images can be sent for additional processing. The Wireless Connect option is available for when you are using a wireless connection to the camera and the camera is not automatically being discovered. In the View menu, we can select if the main options, thumbnails, or image viewer are to be displayed. We can also select a different interface style or reset the user interface to its default state. From the Help menu, we can access the help, open the control finder, start the Show Me How, or open the CameraRC Deluxe web homepage. We can also check for any program updates or change the options that automatically check for the updates. The licensing options are described in detail on our activations tutorial. Use the Bug Report option to automatically save and zip the program log files and start an email to send these items for assistance. Drop-down menus are used to change camera controls that offer a choice of several items. When controls are disabled, they will appear grayed out. Sliders are used to change program values that are continuous, like the aperture value. You change these by grabbing the slider with the mouse. Notice that when selected, you can also use the arrow keys to make fine adjustments to the value. Hotspots are shown on the camera control panel as bold text. When you move over a hotspot, the mouse will change to a finger pointer. Clicking on a hotspot will open the control panel where the value of the hotspot item can be changed. Here we access the white balance panel by clicking on the current white balance value. At the bottom of the camera control panel is a set of tabs with controls that are less used when in a shooting session. These tabs can be hidden or displayed by clicking on the Camera Controls expander. At the top of the camera control panel are the buttons for controlling the major capture operations of autofocus, starting or stopping live view, starting movie recording, and the shutter release button. The Lock Camera button disables all controls on the camera and lets you change the value of a physical control using the program. For example, the exposure mode on the D750 is a physical button that must be moved to change the exposure mode. When the camera is locked, the value of the exposure control can be changed from the program. Note that when the camera is again unlocked, that the value of any physical controls that were changed revert to the values set at the camera. The LCD panel gives a quick overview of many of the camera settings and functions, like the LCD camera on the top of many Nikon cameras. To access the image viewer and see captured images in detail, click on the Image Viewer button. The Thumbnails button lets you see the thumbnails of the captured images. See the Thumbnails and Image Viewer tutorials for more details on these windows. Click on the Main Options window button to view the Main Options window. Looking through the various tabs, we see that we can set the Live View settings. Most of these controls are also available on the Live View window. Note the button that provides quick access to the Composition Aids panel. Other buttons like this are located throughout the control tabs. The Shooting tab gives access to the most commonly used shooting options. From here you can also enable the histogram window, set whether the focus points should be displayed on the live view or captured image, and enable the display of the image properties. Here we show the use of drop-down menus to change the value of camera items as needed for the photos that are being shot. Notice that hotspots also appear on many of the tabs for quick access to the control panels. On the Image Details tab, we can make changes to the text fields that are saved in the camera, like the artist, copyright, and comments. To change text, just type into the field. On this tab, we can also make changes to the characteristics of the image being captured, like the image quality and the image size. The Focusing tab provides access to some of the commonly used focusing options. When focusing mode is set to a value that allows setting of the focus points, then you can use the focus point selector. Notice the selector pops out to provide a larger display when the cursor moves over the control. The desired focus point can then be selected when the selector is popped out. Notice that the selector will not pop out if the focus mode does not allow selections to be set. The focus speed and step size are used with manual focusing and focus stacks. See the Focus Stacks tutorial for more information on these controls. On the Save Details tab, information is displayed regarding where images are saved. The starting sequence number for the images can be changed on this panel. To change the save location, click on the Setup button. You can find out more about save locations in the File Save Options tutorial. The Movie tab is an access point to the main movie settings. Our video tutorial on movie recording covers this tab in detail. From the Intervals and Brackets tab is access to the settings for these features. Click on the interval mode or bracket mode hotspots to access the settings. Once again, we have tutorials that further explain these features. Thanks for watching this tutorial on the CameraRC Deluxe control panel.